Hi guys, my name is Ashley and today we'll be going over the Lesson 25 4th grade worksheet. We'll start with add and subtract mixed numbers. I'll be doing number 1 through 3. So let's take a look at number 1. It says 2 and 1/4 plus 3 and 3/4. So here we see that we have a common denominator. So first we're going to add the whole numbers, which are going to be 2 and 3. So when we add across, we get 5. Again, since we have common denominators, we just want to bring down the same denominator, 4. And then we'll add the numerators 1 plus 3, which is 4. Here we see that we have 4/4, which equals 1. So we'll be doing 1 plus 5, which is 6. Okay, next we'll be doing number 2. We have 4 and 3/5 plus 1 and 3/5. Again, we know that we have a common denominator of 5, so our first step would be to bring down the same denominator, 5. Then we want to add the whole numbers. 4 plus 1 is 5. And then we add the numerators. 3 plus 3 is 6. Here we see that 6 is bigger than 5. So we want to change this fraction to be 6 and 1/5. Okay, let's erase this and do number 3. 2 and 3/5 minus 1 and 1/5. Now, here again, we have a common denominator of 5. So we're just going to bring that down here. We're going to add the whole numbers. Or sorry, this is subtraction. So we'll be doing subtracting. 2 minus 1 is 1. Then we'll subtract the numerators. 3 minus 1 is 2. And so our final answer is 1 and 2/5. Okay. Next, let's move on to page number 2, comparing mixed numbers. So we're writing less than, greater than, or equal to for each blank. This is basically the same thing as the first page. We're just going to add this left side here, 1 and 2/8 plus 3 and 3/8. We have a common denominator of 8, so we're just going to bring that down here. We're going to add the whole numbers. We get 4. Let me write that with a different pen. Next, we're going to add the numerators, 2 plus 3, which is 5. So our final answer is 4 and 5/8. But here we have to compare to the right side. So which one is bigger, 4 and 1/2 or 4 and 5/8? We see that they have different denominators. We see that the 2 is here, and then they have an 8 on the other side. So in order to make these the same, we're going to multiply by 4 here. Now, to make it easier on ourselves, we're just going to make this into one fraction. So just like we went over multiplication here, addition here, 8 times 4 is 32. Plus 5 is 37, 37/8. And then we're going to change this. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. And then multiply by 4, so we get 8 and 36. So we know that we have the greater than sign since 37/8 is greater. Okay, let's erase the work and try number 2. We have 5 and 3/5 and 4 and 2/5. Here we see that we have a common denominator of 5 and 5. So we're going to bring that down here. We're going to add the whole numbers, 5 plus 4 is 9. Add the numerators, 5 plus 2 is 5. Again, we see that we have 5 over 5, which equals 1. We're going to add 9 to it, and it gives us 10. So we're looking at 10 versus 10, and we know that that's equal to each other. All right, let's move on to, page number 3. We have mixed review and test prep. So I'll be going over number 3. Mrs. Troy has 6 cans of apple juice. Keisha, Jeffrey, and Latika each drank 1 can. So here we automatically can tell that 6 cans is our whole number, is like our total number. And each of these people have 1. So we can do 3 over 6. Mrs. Troy drank 2 cans, so we have 2 over 6. What fraction of the apple juice is left? So we want to figure out how many they have left over, so we're going to add whatever was already, or what's already gone. So when we do this, we get 5 over 6, and 1 whole is 6 over 6. We're going to subtract that, and we get 1 over 6. So we know that 1/6 is left. Okay, just remember that when it gives you that someone has something, it typically means that this is the total number. Okay, let's look at number 7, find the value of n. So we have 3 and 6/8 plus 5 and 2/8 equals n. So this is the same thing as before. Here we see that we have, common denominators. We're going to bring that over here. We're going to add 3 and 5, our whole numbers, which we get 8. And our numerator, 6 plus 2, is also 8. So we have 8 over 8, which is 1 whole. 8 plus 1 is 9, so we know that n equals 9. Okay. We're on our final page. We'll be doing using a data table. So this is for areas of animals enclosed, or animal enclosure. And here we have animals and the areas in acres. So number 1, it's asking what is the total area of the enclosure for the zebras and giraffes. So we're going to be looking here and here, and it's asking for the total. So we're just going to add 5 and 1/6 plus 9 and 4/6. So just like before, we're going to see that we have common denominator 6. Bring that over. 5 plus 9 is 14, and 1 plus 4 is 5. So what is the total area? We know that it is 14 and 5/6.